Next up, we have Annie Hernandez. S- So she's a scientist. She's an inspiration, and this is her second StutterFest talk. Annie, thank you for being with us today, and we look forward to your presentation.
Thank you, Tom. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Annie Hernandez. I'm Tom Sharfstein's stepdaughter to be, and I have stuttered since I was 5 years old. I'm a research technician at a scientific research institute in South Florida, and I'm humbled to be here today addressing you all once again at this year's StutterFest. I'd like to start with a personal story. Okay, so it's lunchtime at work, my favorite time of day. Not just because I get a break from science, because I get to spend time with a colleague of mine. We eat together almost every day, and we've become close. He plops down with me, and we exchange a smile and a hello. I open my mouth to ask him something, but no words come out. I block. I catch my breath and try again. Nothing. Another block. I catch my breath. Discouragement seeps in. Come on, Hernandez, I think to myself. Third time's the charm. I open my mouth a third time. Nothing. Block again. I cease my efforts and start panting silently. Tears begin to blur my vision as I reach for a piece of paper in my pocket with the question I want to ask him. I defeatedly slip it to him and explain that my stutter has never been this severe. It's the first time I've had to rely on writing to connect with him at lunch. As he reads my little note, I bury my head in my hands and release my overwhelming frustration through tears. Although he's as understanding as one can be, there are certain things about stuttering that no fluent person can comprehend, like the all encompassing loneliness of being with someone you care about but unable to talk to them. This is something I feel, here I go, to some degree every day because I stutter. Experiences like this one have inspired me to share my story and my views on acceptance in the past year. While I have been doing the healing work of accepting myself for years, stuttering itself has made communicating so difficult that I find it impossible to accept it. After all, it's hard to accept something that has caused so much anguish in my life. This is a subject I am unapologetically passionate about. But after having my words misinterpreted in a previous speaking engagement, I feel like I should elaborate on what I believe about acceptance and why I believe it. So today, I'll be defining and exploring the significance of the two types of acceptance, one that can hinder growth and one that fosters it, and offering some encouragement to those who are struggling through the acceptance process. Let's start by looking at the different types of acceptance. I've previously said that to me, acceptance is the enemy of personal progress. And quite frankly, I think that mantra goes for any area of life. I don't know about you, but I never want to be stagnant. I want to continue growing and improving in every area of life. But boy, did I get some heat for that one, even after explaining what I meant. And I can understand that some people may feel differently. So let me explain my view further. You see, there are two types of acceptance: accepting your stutter and accepting yourself as a person who stutters. They sound similar and can even coexist, but there's a distinct difference between them. I'll start with the first type of acceptance: accepting your stutter. This is the type of acceptance I was referring to in my big one liner. And it involves being content with the severity of your stutter and, as such, not seeking treatment or therapy. And to be clear, I don't condemn anyone who goes this route. Many people who stutter mildly or moderately subscribe to this type of acceptance, and it's perfectly understandable. For me, though, the issue arises when this philosophy is pushed on society and halts the progress of developments that could significantly improve the lives of people who stutter, particularly those who stutter severely, like me. This is why I labeled acceptance as the enemy of personal progress and have spoken critically of the stuttering pride movement, because it is doing exactly that. To show you what I mean, I just did a few PubMed searches about a week ago on the pathology of several neurological conditions. For those of you that don't know, PubMed is basically Google for scientists. Every result that pops up is a top quality research paper. I started with a search for Alzheimer's neurobiology. There are over 9,000 papers out there that discuss it to some degree. No surprise, right? So I moved on to Parkinson's disease, which can cause speech issues. Almost 5,000 research articles tackle Parkinson's disease neurobiology. Additionally, 186 papers examine Tourette syndrome neurobiology. But stuttering neurobiology, only 26 research papers to date have explored it. 26 in the thousands of years that stuttering has been documented. As one review in PLOS Biology put it, quote, considering the relative high incidence and significant psychosocial impacts, we still know relatively little about the etiology of stuttering. Fundamental questions related to the nature of stuttering remain unanswered, unquote. As a scientist and as someone with a severe stutter, you can imagine that this makes me furious. Dr. Jerry Maguire, one of the most prominent stuttering researchers out there, put it so simply when he said that stuttering has been around since the Old Testament. Think about that. It affects 80 million people worldwide. So, why the heck haven't we done more research to make more treatment options available for people who stutter and make progress in the search for a cure? I'm probably going to be smited for using the C word, but honestly, I don't care. Some may see stuttering as too complex to study, but complexity doesn't seem to stop cancer researchers. Now, does it? But perhaps a bigger reason is that many people don't view it as research worthy. They see it as another way of talking rather than a neurological disorder, a direct product of the stuttering pride movement. But if potential treatments could help people who stutter, why not pursue them full force? Even if they're not something you would personally use, why take those options away from people? How can anyone tell someone else how they should feel or what they should or should not try? Only we know what's best for ourselves, so we should be supporting each other no matter where we stand. You may have noticed this AirPod in my ear. This AirPod is the very reason I have been so fluent as I'm speaking to you now. I frequently use an app called Delayed Auditory Feedback when I have to speak in public, and it has helped reduce my stuttering immensely. And it hasn't just helped my stuttering. My confidence as a speaker and even as a person have significantly improved as well, simply because I have been experiencing the joy of communication. What if I didn't pursue and research a tool like this app? I would be stuttering severely through every lab meeting presentation, every speech, every conversation with my loved ones. Those of you who stutter severely know that stuttering can be exhausting emotionally and physically. I would be constantly drained, extremely frustrated, and chronically lonely. Everyone says to not give stuttering power over your life, but the truth is that stuttering comes into one's life with great power because it interferes with the very thing that makes us human: interpersonal communication and connection. So, why not pursue research into every possible option to improve the ability and ease of communication in people like me? You never really know what will work and what won't until you try. This is the message I want to convey when I speak at events like this one. So, we've seen how accepting your stutter, when forced on society the way it is now, can do much more harm than good. But there's another type of acceptance that is vital in your journey toward healing: accepting yourself as a person who stutters. This involves extending compassion to yourself and not thinking any less of yourself because you stutter. This is a critically important process, but it is not an easy one at all. So, for those of you who are struggling to accept yourselves as people who stutter, I have two pieces of advice for you that hopefully will help you as you learn to accept yourself. Before I reveal them, let me just say that I empathize with and validate your struggle. To this day, I find it difficult to fully accept myself. After all, we talk very differently than everyone else, and it's easy to feel less than because you don't fit in. Back in caveman days, being ostracized from society was a death sentence. So you feel that way because you're wired that way. But here's my first piece of advice: think for a moment about the people you love the most: family, friends, colleagues, significant others. Do they think any less of you because you stutter? Or do they accept you and love you exactly as you are? If they can extend that love and compassion to you, why can't you extend it to yourself? This perspective has helped me immensely. I feel so fortunate that many of my colleagues are personal friends who are so supportive and protective of me. My lunch buddy has even said, "Annie, I will gladly pull a Will Smith on anyone who doesn't treat you with respect." Just a few weeks ago, I was part of a weekend retreat with an organization that is very near and dear to my heart. I returned to work and eagerly told a few of my pals about it. We bounced a lot off each other. And then I got a little vulnerable. I said, "Guys, I have imposter syndrome so bad. What the heck am I doing with all of these inspiring people? I'm the baby of that group. Heck, I'm the baby of this lab too." And they replied, "Annie, you need to think of yourself as an inspiration because that's exactly what you are." And then they said five words that I really needed to hear: "We love you so much." If they can treat me with such love and loyalty and acceptance, maybe I can treat myself that way too. The saying goes that you can't love others or receive love from others until you love yourself. But I say that love from others helps you learn to love yourself. Love helps us get there because we human beings are made for community and interdependent on each other. Heck, I have a little audience here at my house as I give this speech, my family and a few close friends. I could do it alone if I wanted to, but why would I do that when I am blessed enough to have amazing people in my life who want to support me? You see, leaning on others is not needy. It's in our nature. Life was never meant to be lived in a vacuum. So try seeing yourself through the eyes of your loved ones, whoever they may be. And maybe that can help you see yourself as the beautiful person that you are. Chances are, when your loved ones think of you, your stutter is not the first thing that comes to mind. What comes to mind are things like this: a ray of light that brightens their day, a shoulder to cry on, the best listener in town. They see your amazing gifts. This leads me to my second piece of advice. I challenge you to discover and develop your gifts. This may not help your stuttering per se, but it may help you see yourself as a talented person with a powerful role to play on this planet. A role so powerful that nothing, not even stuttering, can taint it. Sometimes that realization in and of itself is enough to inspire confidence and acceptance within yourself. Again, this was the case for me. I discovered music in middle school, back when I was experiencing a surge in the severity of my stutter. I joined chorus, and one day, while I was singing in the shower, as one casually does, I realized something that a lot of you probably know. You don't stutter when you sing. I've been singing for over 10 years since then, and I began composing my own songs in eighth grade. I've written 19 so far, each one marking a significant moment in my life. It's my way of journaling, of expressing my feelings as I deal with stuttering. I've shared a few of them with my friends and family, and my little 8-year-old cousin is convinced that I'm better than Taylor Swift, which, for the record, I do not agree with. I would never degrade Taylor Swift by comparing myself to her. No, 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 no. Maybe songwriting isn't your shebang, but maybe you're a gifted artist or an expressive writer. Or maybe you have the rare gift of time on your hands. You could use that to volunteer for a cause that speaks to you. Channel those gifts, whatever they are. Use them to enhance the lives of the people around you. It's not intended to be an endless self improvement project. The point is for you to see firsthand that you matter. Your story matters. The world is not the same without you in it. Your stutter does not change that. It does not define you. This goes in both negative and positive ways. Many people in the stuttering pride movement revolve their identity around stuttering, wearing it as a sort of badge of honor. Now, if you want to do that, more power to you. But as for me, I'll be damned if I am ever thought of first and foremost as a person who stutters. I am a scientist, a singer and songwriter, an artist, a deep in the closet comedian, a woman of God, a sister, a daughter, a friend. I am more than a speech impediment. And guess what? So are you. As I wrap up here, I hope you've gained some clarity about the two types of acceptance and encouragement as you do the healing work of accepting yourself. Personally, I will always be willing to try anything that would treat my stutter because doing so helps me to do more of what we were made to do, connect with each other. And I feel fortunate to have a wonderful tribe of people walking alongside of me. Some of whom are sitting across from me right now. Every time I let those walls down and share a heart to heart, a smile, a laugh, or a hug with any of them, I take a baby step toward healing. But everyone's journey is different, and your needs are probably not the same as mine. So, whether you seek treatment for your stutter or not, my hope and prayer is that you, with the help of your loved ones, can do whatever you need to do to give yourself the grace and acceptance that you deserve. Now, before I go, I want to share my most recent song with all of you. It's specifically about stuttering. I wrote it during a particularly severe period. It's called God's Precious Girl, and I hope it validates and encourages you. So hold, please. Sometimes I open my mouth and no words come out. It's an emotional struggle. Feel sad, but I must stuff it down, put a smile on my face, for I just don't feel safe in this place. Act like everything's normal and I'm in control, while the fear and anxiety boil in my soul, and they bubble and bubble till they overflow. But I simply cannot let it show. So I run with a pounding head, and I cry out to God. This is what he said. I made you very different than everyone, and I know that can make your mind swirl. But child, I'm not. I made you to shine. Keep shining your light in this world. That's your mission as God's precious girl. Every sentence I speak is a battle I fight. I wish those I love could understand this hot light. And I watch as their words just flowing out. I care, and I can't help but think it's not fair. There are days that tears constantly fall like the rain, but I try hard to show them love despite my pain. Several of them have told me to keep being me. Is that really all I have to be? I ask this to God, and he nodded his head. Don't you see it, my dear? By your brilliance they are led. 'Cause I made you very different than everyone. But my child, that's a beautiful. Just a look ago now. Do you hear that sound? It's the joy and love after victory. It's enough, dear, to make my heart sing. So keep on hoping, keep believing that this is not the end. Keep on praying, keep on loving, for your family. You don't have to say a word to make sure all the tears you've cried are not over. All the tears I've cried are not. God made me very different than everyone. And sometimes it can make us wrong. But it's time I'm learning to shine. No matter face this world, I will always be God's protection.
Thank you, Manny. I'd like to introduce you to a a lot of Annie's support. They're gonna gather around her.
Oh gosh. Oh, we're doing this. Okay, we're doing this. I didn't know we were doing this.
This
Thomas,
is just part of Annie's
God dang it, Thomas.
circle. Everyone get in there.
It's hard for them to see.
The
it. It's
screen's
like
really bad. It's not. Yeah, this is
Wait, does
just in and out. No, that's
Thank you
okay.
so much,
I don't
Annie.
think so.
Okay.
You're coming through.
It's fine. You know what?
Camera, we want to show you everybody.
My squad, y'all.
Thank you.